Yo, what's up guys? Sam checking in once again from Santa Marta, Colombia. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the cost of living here in Santa Marta, Colombia. And so I previously had done a video on the cost of living in Medellin, right over here. And I wanted to check back in for you guys now that I've been living here in Santa Marta for over a month now. I wanted to come back and tell you guys what I pay specifically to live here in Santa Marta, Colombia. And so to do this, I'm going to go over three things specifically. And we're going to talk about housing, food, and then water. And then lastly, I want to talk to you guys also about the quality of living here in Santa Marta, Colombia, because I think that has a lot to do with the cost of living. And so let's go ahead and jump right into this. And so first things first, the housing. Okay, and so to answer this question, I'm going to give you guys what I know from my personal experience. Okay, and so I actually spent a good amount of time trying to find my apartment here in Santa Marta, Colombia. It took me a few days to be able to find the place that I'm currently at right here. And so to remind you, if you didn't see my previous video on the matter, I have a 2-bedroom apartment here in Santa Marta, Colombia. I'm talking to you guys from my living room, looking out my front yard. And this cost me 600,000 Colombian pesos, or about $200 per month. Okay, so pretty good deal there. It is a little bit cheaper than other Colombian cities, specifically Bogota and Medellin, simply because this is a smaller town. Okay, but if you wanted to, for example, have a beachfront flat, that is very possible here in Santa Marta, Colombia. I actually found a place that is right next to the beach, and they were going to charge me $400 for 1 month for a 1-bedroom apartment right next to the beach. I decided to go a little bit cheaper and be 10 minutes walking away from the beach, and instead have my 2-bedroom apartment for $600,000 or $200 per month. And so that's why I did what I did. If you wanted to find the nicest beachfront property, you're gonna have to spend $300 to $400 a month for that. As I said, the one that I found was for $400, but I specifically wanted something a little bit more cheaper and a little bit more space this time. So that's why I got what I got. And so that's housing. Expect to pay around $200 minimum per month. Could you find something a little bit cheaper? Well, actually, yes. I do have somebody here that I know who was able to find a 1-bedroom apartment for $300,000. Okay, so cut in half of what I am paying, so that's about $100. So it really depends on what you are looking for. If you want to be next to the beach, just understand that you're going to have to pay a little bit more than if you were to do what I'm doing and be about 10 minutes walking away from the beach. Or if you want a completely cheap option, just know that that option is also here and available in Santa Marta, Colombia for about $100 per month, okay? But that is the housing. And so now let's go ahead and talk about the food. One thing that's really good here in Santa Marta, Colombia is the street food. Okay, street food gets a kind of a bad rap, especially on the internet forums and whatnot, saying you're gonna get food poisoning. Well, actually, just to put this in perspective, I have been eating a lot of the street food here in Santa Marta, Colombia. One thing that I really like are the fried potato balls. I actually don't even know the name for them yet, but essentially what it is they'll make a mashed potato, okay, and mix it in with some onions or something like that, and then fry it. So that way it gives you a nice little potato ball. And so those usually cost me about 50 cents for one of those. And then if I were to buy 2 of them, that fills me up for at least half the day, and then maybe I'll get a meal later. Okay, and then also, as you might have known from my other videos, I do practice a vegan diet. And so if I am eating other things, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, noodles and rice, and nuts and eggs and beans, and all of those sort of things, the plant diet. And so when I do go shopping for the week, I will usually spend about 60,000 Colombian pesos, or that's about $20 roughly per week. So if you add that up times 4, you can expect to pay around $80 per month for your food. Now, if you want to indulge a little bit more and have really good food every single day, you can expect that to be about doubled, so about $160 to $200 max for your food. Okay, and so far we have summed up together, just for my personal experience, I'm paying 600,000 Colombian pesos for my house, and then about $80 per month for my food here in Santa Marta, Colombia. So that's $280 roughly just for my housing and my food. Okay, and so those are the first 2 things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And now, actually, water. Okay, this is a big one, guys, because in the smaller cities of Colombia, you're going to discover that you aren't able to drink the tap water, and specifically the tap water here in Santa Marta, Colombia. I do drink it in the mornings. I will pour out some tap water and boil it for about 5 minutes if I'm making coffee, but I do not drink the tap water for really anything else. But I do sometimes cook noodles or rice with the tap water. However, that being said, one thing that kind of sucks about these sort of cities where you do have to buy water, fresh water, you'll have to buy it in these nice little bags, okay? So here's a nice little bag of water. It's something that you're just going to have to get used to buying, okay? However, the bags of water really are not that expensive. If you were to get 600 milliliters, you could only expect to pay 200 pesos, or that's in the cents, okay? And so that's for a nice little 600 milliliter bag of water. This one right here, this one is a 5-liter bag of water, and it costs me typically 2,500 pesos, or almost $1, okay? And so 5 liters, that'll last me a couple days. So mathematically, we're looking about 50 cents per day for your water. If you add that up to the month, you're looking at about $15 for your water, okay? And so in my personal circumstance, let's go over these numbers once again. I'm paying $200 for my apartment, about $80 for my food, and then about $15 for my water. So adding up all together, I'm paying about $300 just for my food, water, and housing here in Santa Marta, Colombia. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what you could get by just with the bare minimum here in Santa Marta, Colombia. With my specific apartment here, I did have to buy things like a bed and a fan. The bed I paid $80 for my bed, and then I also paid about $10 for my fan. Okay, and so sometimes, typically if I am moving from apartment to apartment, there's typically something that I will have to buy. Typically it might be a broom or a mop, or in this case a bed and a fan. Those are just sort of expenses that you're going to have to get used to if you want to have the digital nomad lifestyle of going place to place. You're going to have to be ready to buy random new things for your apartment. And like I said, in this specific circumstance, I had to pay $80 for a new bed, and then I also had to buy a broom and mop, as well as a fan. Okay, so added up together, roughly about $100 investment just in the property that I had to spend this time. So to summarize the cost of living, if you're looking for a cheap, affordable place in Colombia to live, Santa Marta is an excellent option for you to consider. You should also know that there's a good amount of English speakers here in Santa Marta, Colombia. If you're walking around the streets at night, odds are just as likely that you'll run into somebody who is an English speaker as somebody who is a Spanish speaker. And so that's one thing that is a big plus. If you're looking to speak your native language, Santa Marta is a great place to do that. Okay, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for cost of living. Now, let's briefly talk about the quality of living here in Santa Marta, Colombia. Okay, and so when I hear this question, what is the quality of living like here in Santa Marta, Colombia, I'm thinking, how good is my life? How much am I enjoying my life? And whether or not I'm happy. Well, to be honest with you guys, I do like Santa Marta, Colombia. I think it's an excellent place to live, at least for a little while, but I wouldn't want to live here permanently, okay? And so there is a good amount of reasons for this. I do want to, just so you guys know, talk a lot more about Colombia once I am actually out of Colombia. I think that would be a safer way for me to be honest about some of the things that I have seen here in Colombia. However, to summarize, I've had a great time here in Santa Marta, Colombia. I've made some friends. I have people that I can go out and see. I have good food. I can eat whatever I want to, really. Like I said, since I am a vegan, the food that I eat is mainly the plant stuff or the potatoes. I told you about the fried potato balls that I really like, those sort of things. And I really enjoy the food here. One thing that I really like about Santa Marta in particular is that even though it's not, per se, next to the jungle, there still are a lot of tropical fruits. For example, the mangoes, the papayas, as well as a ton of other fruit that I didn't even really know existed until I came to South America in the first place. And so I really have a good time trying out new fruits and vegetables and different types of food in general. As far as the nightlife scene goes, I used to be into this sort of thing a lot. When I was working in the United States, I used to be a DJ, and so it used to be a typical thing for me to do to be around a dancing atmosphere on Fridays and Saturdays. And so if you are looking to do that sort of thing, there are options for that here in Santa Marta, Colombia, but these aren't going to be the big nightclubs that you would imagine seeing in places like Medellin or Cartagena. Okay, they are a little bit smaller and a little bit more quaint. And simply because the lifestyle here in that regard is a little bit more relaxed. It's not about party, party, party. If you're looking for that sort of thing, Medellin would be a better city for you to go to first. Another thing that I do want to kind of complain about while I'm on this topic of quality of living are the toilets. At least in my personal circumstance, I'm having a similar circumstance to what I had to go through in Peru, where the sewage systems are not really that good. So to put this in perspective, you don't put toilet paper down the toilet because it'll clog up the toilet, and then you'll have to call in a plumber. And it's just put to you this way, it's not always easy to flush the toilet, okay, even if it's number one. And so that's the one thing that is kind of annoying about living here in Santa Marta, Colombia. But other than that, like I've said, I've really had a great time living here. I think this is an excellent place. Do I think you should live here permanently? Well, in my opinion, I think this is an excellent place to stay. I wouldn't want to live here full time for the rest of my life. And so I hope that answers the question for quality of living as well as cost of living. But that's all I have for you guys today. So I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you guys next time.